Welcome, it's me, MAXCOM Smart MS457, and today I will show you a couple tweaks and tricks that you can do on this device. So jumping straight to it, we're going to begin with the mirror vision, which can be found under settings and display. So let's open up settings and then go under display. At the top you will see mirror vision, and when you tap on it and on the bars up here you will have picture mode, which by default is set to standard. And you can change it to vivid, which will increase kind of saturation of the image. And also when you go back, you will have video enhancement, dynamic contrast. And when you tap on it, you can enable that too. And as a preview, you have an image here. And if you enable it, you can see the difference between it. Makes it way more vivid, I guess. Or dynamic contrast. So that's basically what it does. And yeah, it kind of improves the overall image that you will be seeing. So moving on, we're gonna go into the draw speed, which it's more for performance boost, and it's its own setting. So let's go back into the main page and let's find the draw speed right here, and you get a message what it does. So basically with the foreground apps, so whatever you will be using as a foreground will be boosted by limiting the apps that are in the background. And when you enable it, a little thing, just confirm it, and then you have a list of apps that will be basically affected by it. So by default, as you can see, the main apps are selected, but you can add other apps that you want to boost. There will be more depending on how many apps you have installed, but this phone is freshly formatted, so there's nothing besides the stock apps. So it's something to boost your phone. Now another thing would be more of a utility, primarily probably for older people that have problem with seeing the display clearly, and it's basically the magnification under the accessibility. So let's go into accessibility, and you'll see magnification gestures right here, and get a little message. So tap 3 times to zoom in and then drag 2 fingers to scroll. So let's enable that, and now as you can see you have this thing, and you can also zoom in more depending how much you like, zoom out, and 3 times again to leave this mode. So that's another thing, friendly, useful feature assuming you have problem with sight. Okay, then moving on, we're gonna go into the developer options, where there are options to reduce animations or completely remove them of windows and stuff like that. So basically when you close it, you have this minimization effect, and basically everything you do when you go into recent, you have the kind of like a pull up tabs in a way. Whatever you click basically is animated. So can shorten this by, let's say, half, or completely remove it, or also increase it. And to enable developer options, you want to go into the about phone and then find build number. So it's at the bottom, tap it 7 times. Whoops. Now because of the zoom, it started zooming in, so I needed to do it a little slower. And now if we go back, you just seen developer options pop up here. So just tap on it. And from here, let's scroll down till we find animation, duration, scale, and transition, which is right here. So you have window animation scale, transition animation scale, and animation duration scale. And each one of them apply to different things. So window animation scale is basically when I click on it, and it's a window that appears here. That's the speed of this window, how fast it appears. Then you have transition animation scale is basically when you're switching through between apps, and animation duration scale is just the speed of the animation itself. So you can basically, let's say, set it to 0, and now as you will see, there is no animation for the window. There's still kind of a shadow that is animated in the background, but you can simply select everything off, for instance, and all the shadow is still there. But if I leave this, there's no more animations of like tabs kind of being pulled up or down. Everything is being done instantly. You can also just set it up to, let's say, half speed if you like it, if for instance off might be a little bit too drastic. Or you can also make it way longer by, for instance, I'm going to set it to 10 times. So now if I click this window, it's going to take a little bit longer to appear, as you can see. So that's a little neat feature that you can change if you, for instance, like to have a little bit more smoother experience, or faster, I might say. And then the last thing that I want to show is the UI tuner, which also as developer options is hidden. And basically what it will do is, as you can see all these icons up here, you can completely remove them. I'm gonna actually enable more of them, so there is more to remove. Just connect to something. What else? Do not disturb mode, we can enable that. Bluetooth. Is there another page? No, okay. So now there should be a bunch more icons, as you can see. And then to enable it, all you need to do is pull down the notification panel, and we have the gear icon for the settings. You want to hold it till it starts spinning. So I'm gonna try to catch it on camera. Okay, so maybe you can see it, it's kind of spinning right now. And when you tap on it, you get this message that the UI tuner has been enabled, and it's at the bottom of the settings page. So right here, just put the phone a little closer. Okay. So let's go into the UI tuner. Okay, got it. And then when you go into the status bar, you can basically remove all these icons that are visible right here to make the screen itself look a little bit cleaner. Now, if you disable them, they will still be enabled. If you pull down the notification panel, they just won't be visible in the taskbar. So start removing, for instance, hotspot wasn't enabled, but Bluetooth is, and as you can see, it just disappeared. Do not disturb mode, also gone. Wi-Fi, gone. What else is there? Airplane mode is not on. Cellular data, gone. So you can also basically remove everything if you like it. Now the only thing that will stay is basically the battery and the time. Now the percentage you can also disable, but that's in the battery setting if you like to get rid of that too. This only removes things that are listed up here. So that is basically all I wanted to show you. And if you found any of these tweaks helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.